And welcome back with another tutorial. I'm going to show you how to create and design your own shoes in Sketchbook. But what we're going to do, we're going to compare two apps today. We're going to compare Sketchbook app and Isbis Paint. So there are a few pros and cons when using these two apps. I will say for Isbis Paint, it is easier to use the mask clipping tool, which I'll show you how that can be done. And then on Sketchbook, with it being easier, it's easy to delete any backgrounds or solid backgrounds. It's a bit quicker. So let's hop straight into it. All right, so first thing with Sketchbook, we're gonna go ahead and import our shoe. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and import our shoe. We're gonna hit done. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn off my layers and I'm gonna see what I need to delete. So I wanna get rid of that white box around my shoe. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my color. I'm gonna select the paint bucket tool first, then go to my color wheel. And then I'm gonna turn my color off by pressing that button to the top left-hand corner that looks like an eraser with a checkered light background, that circle right there. And I'm gonna turn it off. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tap that box until it disappears. I have a few lines here I want to get rid of. I'm going to tap the box until it completely disappears. I'm going to turn my color back on by pressing that button. Whoops. I'm going to turn my color back on. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to import my character that I'm going to use to create my shoe with. Preferably, let's see, we're going to use Chester, the Cheeto cat, or the Cheetos cheetah. We're going to use him. All right, and so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take samples of, different colors from his body. We're gonna design them. So I'm gonna go ahead and select the bucket fill tool, and then we're gonna select my color wheel. And there's a color dropper tool at the top right hand corner. It looks like a color dropper. Go ahead and select it. And then I'm gonna move my cursor around for a color. Let's go with the yellow, the golden yellow. Go ahead, whoops. That's what happens when you try to color on the wrong layer. Go to the layer that your shoe is on, okay? And what you're gonna do, you're gonna go ahead and start coloring various parts of the shoe. I wouldn't say not all of the shoe. All right, so what I'm gonna do next, now I have my shoe colored the way I like it, I'm gonna go ahead and add texture. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take Chester, the cat or cheetah, and I'm gonna hover him over the area I want him to be on. So I wanna put Chester on the Nike check sign. So this is how it's done in Sketchbook. What you're gonna do is go to the shoe layer, and you're gonna go to your selection tool, go to your magic wand, all right? And you're gonna select the Nike check sign. Got it? Once that's done, you're gonna go to the layer with Chester on it, and you're gonna tap it. And then you're gonna select copy, right? Then the next thing what you wanna do is create a new layer by pressing the plus button, all right? And then on that blank layer, you're gonna tap the middle of it, and you're gonna press paste and hit done, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn off the Chester layer, the full body Chester layer. I'm gonna turn that off. And see, there's Chester right there, boom. All right, so let's talk about Isbis Paint. So if you don't know Isbis Paint, it looks like this right here, with the one with the I and the P. All right, it's a free app. The only thing about it is that it has ads. So if you go through and you find a few ads and you see a few commercials, that's why. So let's get straight to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to my layers, and then I'm going to import my shoe. I'm gonna pick a shoe. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pick the same exact shoe. All right, same exact shoe. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit the Nike check sign, okay? You could use extract drawing line, or you could use background removal, doesn't matter. Okay. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to turn off. Matter of fact, if you extract the lines, it'll be way easier that way anyways. So anyways, I'm going to go to my layers. I'm going to turn off the white area in the background. But if you notice, there's a a black box around my shoe. So I want to get rid of that. I'm just going to simply just get my eraser, you know what I'm saying, bring down the brush size a bit. I'm just going to go and erase that. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, once again, I'm going to bring in my character, go back to my layers, go right here, bring in Chester, okay? We're gonna bring in Chester, all right? And then what we're gonna do is we're going to sample some colors, and we're gonna go to the paint bucket tool, and then we're gonna go ahead and start coloring them in. Now, you wanna make sure you're on the same layer as your shoe, okay? So I just sampled the color. There's an eyedropper tool right at the bottom of this menu right here. And then what I'm gonna do, after I sample it, I'm gonna go to the paint bucket tool, and then I'm gonna select the area I wanna color, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna do it just a tad bit different. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and add the texture. I'm gonna select the area I want him in, which is the Nike check sign. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select my layers again. Then I'm gonna hit this plus sign at where you see these two squares where the plus sign is. I'm gonna hit duplicate layer. What that's gonna do, that's gonna copy and paste my selection. And then once that's done, this is very important, you wanna turn your selection off. We're gonna go to this box up here and hit remove area. Okay, now once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and move old Chester over to my check sign, my Nike check sign. Once again, I'm gonna hit check, right? And then what I'm gonna do, I'm going to hit the mask clipping button right here. Boom, done, easy. So as you can see, mask clipping is very easy in IBS Paint versus Sketchbook. But anyways, the same way that you do it for the check sign, you do it for different parts of the shoe. You get what I'm saying? You select the area, okay? You make a copy by going to your layers and hitting the plus button with the two squares on it. You're gonna hit duplicate, so that way it duplicates the selection. And then you grab your character or texture, and then you mask clip it to that piece, okay? Now before you do that, always make sure you deselect your selection. All right, thank you guys for watching, and yeah.